Okay, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. So today I wanted to make a quick lesson going over the supposed UFOs that have been shot down by the U.S. Like, they've been saying they've shot down four, like, it says right here what we know about four recent shoot downs of unidentified objects, which are the UFOs are or so-called UFOs are the angels, right? And when I saw this story and when I saw it circulating, I already knew that this was just another Psyop, just another thing that the government is trying to bring up to confuse the masses and distract them, right? Because the media is just another tool of Satan, Esau Edom, to control the narrative, right? And we know that anything that they're pushing, like big time in the news, is usually not true at all, and it's the opposite. Also, another thing, the so-called UFOs, the angels, they're spiritual, and there's no way they can be shot down, right? Esau has no chance against these things, and when the sun comes back and breaks those clouds with those chariots, and they start that battle in heaven, Esau's not going to have a single chance. I don't think they will even uh, shoot down or touch one angel at all, because the angels are spiritual beings, right? They're not physical, so they have power over this dominion, and they wouldn't let themselves get shot down by this carnal man Esau. So yeah, because just wanted to bring that up because this right here is just a whole lot of nonsense, and I'm about to bring that out. Like I always say, or I've said before, I watched this YouTube channel called Redacted, and they go live every or Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. and they bring out news that is not on the mainstream media, pretty much covering the truth and news that a lot of people are not hearing. And today I was watching, they were talking about this UFO shooting down or whatever, and they were going into how this is all planned and how this guy right here on the screen, he talked to a guy like a year ago, and he was talking about how the U.S. is going to do this and how it's all planned. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the video and just let it talk for itself.
Balloons, aircraft, drones, it doesn't matter what it is. I seem to remember, actually, a former FBI agent, John D'Souza, about a year ago or so, warning us that the deep state was going to use a fake UFO invasion in order to distract us from what's really going on. John D'Souza is a retired FBI special agent who served 25 years. He worked on counterterrorism and paranormal cases specifically. In fact, he had a top secret security clearance during his FBI career. He literally was the one that collected X-Files that were used in the show X-Files. Like, that's what his job was. He warned us that politicians are going to start talking about UFOs. They're going to start talking about unexplained objects, UAPs, as they call them, and trying to drum up fear, as he said, about a fake UFO invasion. He said this almost a year ago. Watch him, FBI, basically lay out their playbook. Watch.
My name is Christine. I live in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I went from working in healthcare.
Nice.
They're going to have to do something else. And I think fake alien invasion is one of the main things they have ready. And here's one of the keys to understanding fake alien invasion is that our military, for instance, our military industrial complex is so large, so huge, it's larger than many countries. There's segments of the Pentagon that I refer to as the dark Pentagon. It is military officials that are working with the cabal because they really need to get the fear up to get back on the map with this fake alien invasion. And we're going to see a lot more politicians start supporting the Tic Tacs and the UAPs. And they're all going to be getting online to support them and to show how important they are.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Isn't that crazy?
Where'd you dig that up?
So we can see that this has already been planned, and it's just another psychological operation, a psyop. And If we go into the definition of a psyop, or psychological psyop are operations to convey selected information and indicators to audiences to influence their emotions, motives, and objective reasoning, and ultimately the behavior of governments, organizations, groups, and individuals. So a psyop is pretty much they're pushing a narrative or pushing an idea for the mainstream people, the people of this country, Babylon, to follow, right? Because the people here believe everything they see on the news, right? They don't have a way to think for themselves. So this is just another thing to distract people, to make the so-called angels more relevant, right? And another psyop, right? Like Apostle Tahar said, everything is a psyop. But yeah, I just wanted to bring out the scriptures now. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices," right? And one of his devices is the media, the way how he can um, push a narrative and control everything to the T to get people to believe, and how he controls both sides, right? The Republicans and the Democrats. And that's in the scripture right here, Revelation 13. This is Revelation 13:11, and it says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth." And this other beast is the reborn Roman Empire, right? And it says, "And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon," right? And those two horns are the Republicans and the Democrats, right? But they're both part of the same animal. Two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Yes, he spake wickedly. And if I just keep going to the second line, "And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed," right? The first Roman Empire fell, and this is the second beast coming up, the reborn Roman Empire. And if you look at the similarities, it's the exact same thing, right? We still follow all the customs and traditions of the old Romans. So yeah, I just wanted to connect those dots right there and explain how one of their big tools is the media, and that both sides are being controlled. Another thing about that is they use this tactic called divide and conquer. And one thing about divide and conquer is it only works if the people being divided don't know that there's two sides, right? So yeah, I that came up in my mind because I watched this video about this uh, homeless guy talking about that on the streets, right? He was talking about how the elites control both sides, and yeah. So third scripture I got here, it says Matthew 24:24. "For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect," right? All these people, all these different people of power are gonna pop up and do things that are gonna be miraculous, right? They're gonna, like they said right now, they shot down a UFO, they shot down an angel. But if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Salakia, how to restart the video, but how I was saying, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, and that's the one thing about this that's not possible. So that's why you have to look at everything through a spiritual lens and discern through the spirit. Because I had my younger brother, come up to me. He's all like, "My friend just told me that they shot down a UFO," and I'm all like, "Okay, that's not true. That's not possible, right? Because I know that the UFOs are the angels, and that's not possible, right?" So that's just discerning through the spirit and having that spiritual eyesight to see the truth um, before anything, right? We have to look at it and filter it through the scriptures, just like the news. We tell if it's prophetic, if it aligns with scripture. If it doesn't, then it's not. So yeah, just wanted to make a quick video going over this. A lot of people are going to believe the stuff that they're pushing out right now. And like the guy in this video was saying, if the government, like the White House and the media, are talking about this and pushing the same narrative, it's usually not, they're usually not telling the truth, right? It's usually a psychological operation to control the masses, because it's all about power at the end of the day. So yeah, just wanted to make a quick video. Once again, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom.